So today, I'm just showing you my park right now. I'll flip it over to me in just a few minutes. So I'm at the park. I've got my daughter. She's wanted to play here today, so she's hanging out. And my name's Patty, in case you don't know me. And I wanted to talk about, for Throwback Thursday, talk some Disney today. I could talk Disney any day, every day, of course. Today, the reason why, hello Bangs. Okay, the reason why I wanted to talk Disney today is because I was inspired by my friend, Over the Top Mommy. She did a wonderful blog post the other day that was, when did it start for you? Now, this was a hashtag, this was something that we saw when we were at the Disney Social Media Moms Conference in May. And we had a wonderful presentation from Jeffrey Epstein, and he's the D23 guy. And he told us that that was one of their questions that they were asking their members, was when did it start for you? And basically talking about their love of Disney. Well, you know, as things happen, the summer went by. When did your love for Disney start? Good question. So what they want to know is, when did you become a Disney freak? At least that's what my husband said that the question really was. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, for Throwback Thursday, explain my story and when it started for me. And then, of course, if you guys want to chime in or make any comments, I'd love to hear your story too, or if this inspires you to share your story too, be sure to do that. There's a hashtag, and I put it on the name of the thing there, and so certainly feel free to use that and get it out there. Okay, so here's my story. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. This is really a Walt Disney World story. Now, a lot of you guys know that I love Disneyland too, and that's actually where, Disney inspired bikinis. I bet those are cute. So we love Disneyland in my house, and right now we're in Arizona, which means we're closer to Disneyland. So we can get there a little bit easier. But Disney World is kind of where my family's heart belongs. And there's a reason to that. It was kind of crazy how that all came out. When I was born originally in Southern California. So I am a California girl, and lived there for a couple of years, and we went to Disneyland all the time. Family, friends came into town. That was like the big thing to do, still is apparently. So that's what we did, and so I spent a lot of time at Disneyland as a very young child. Then we moved to Texas, and my parents didn't do Disney, so I went for so long without any Disney in my life. I actually give my dad a hard time and tell him that it's his fault that I'm such a Disney fan now, is because my daddy didn't love me enough to take me to Disney when I was growing up. Joke, total joke. But anyway, so for a long time we didn't go back to the parks. So flash forward many years, and I'm married to a fellow Disney fan, and I know it was really sad. I'll admit it was really my childhood was heartbreaking. No, I'm just kidding. It was great. So flash forward to a couple of years, and my husband's getting out of the Army. He had spent 10 years in, and he's decided that the Army is no longer a good fit for our family, so he decides to get out, and he interviews with a couple of different companies, and we had two main ones that we were heading for. One of them would have us move to Pennsylvania, and the other one would have us move to Orlando, Florida. Well, this was easy for me. Disney World or snow? Disney World or snow? We went to Disney World. So I didn't know it, but I really had always dreamed of being one of those people that went to the parks like on any random Tuesday, and that's what we did. I was a stay-at-home mom. I had two young little boys, Jacob and Luke. Jacob was about 2.5, 3 years old. Luke was 18 months. And while a lot of, moms would set up play dates in the neighborhood, I was like, forget that. We got Disney down the road. So we went to Disney. And we popped in all the time and had to spend a couple of hours there. And it was it was where we went on our play dates, and we met up with other friends who also had a fellow love for Disney. So my young children at the time spent a lot of time in Fantasyland. That was our place. Okay, well, here's where the story kind of gets sad, and just to give you a fair warning to that. Jacob had a heart transplant, and after a couple of years, unfortunately, he did pass away. This is where I didn't realize how important Disney was to me until we lost Jake. Because we did move. We actually moved back to Texas after the passing of a child. Oh, thanks. After the passing of a child, you know, I felt like I needed to be by my mama. And so we moved back to Texas, and we're close to our family. And so therefore my daily visits, my weekly visits to Disney World were gone. But it was still there. It was still in the back of my mind. It was still something that I loved. We finally, after, I think it was about a year, we finally decided it was time to go back to Orlando and to take all the other kids. Oh, thank you, Linda. Love you too, sweetie. So we decided to take all the kids and go back to Disney World. And I really didn't know how I'd feel about this, because that was such a special place with Jacob. And when we walked in, you know, everyone talks about how they get overwhelmed and overcome with emotion when you walk down Main Street. I was okay. I held it together. It was excitement and it was happiness until the train went by. Jacob loved the train. He loved all trains. Thomas the Tank Engine was like his main man, right? So he was just this train fanatic. So when the train went by and the whistle went and the tears came, and my husband and I just looked at each other like, or, you know, grabbing onto each other in the middle of Main Street. And I just knew he was there with us. It was that moment that I was like, I am home. This is where my entire family can be together, even though we are missing that one member of the family. So that's when it really started for me, was when we moved there, when we spent all that time with our son there. And it's been 10 years since we lost Jake. This is the 10th year anniversary coming up in October. And so it's been a really long time. But I still have that feeling every single time I walk into Disney World. And I have that feeling every single time I get on the train. And I always get on the train at Disney World and take a trip around and think about him and just remember the things he liked and he didn't like. And he was a crazy little kid, okay? He absolutely hated the Winnie the Pooh ride. Of all rides at Disney World, the Winnie the Pooh ride, like, I didn't get it, okay? So on that first trip when we all went back to Disney World, it was actually pretty funny. We took Luke on it, and Luke was, oh gosh, he was old enough by then. He was like 6 or 7, and he made the comment. He goes, "Mom, why are we riding Jacob's least favorite ride? He hated this ride." And I was like, yeah, he was not a fan of the heffalumps and woozles. Oh, please, Jen. Yeah, anytime you guys are at Disney World, if you will ride the train for Jacob, I would absolutely love it, because that was his jam and that was his favorite thing to do. You know, give the stink eye to Winnie the Pooh. Just kidding. That was just not, he hated it. That was just the one that he could not handle, could not do. So that's my story. That's why I love Disney World to the level of insanity that I do. That's why I started running. I started running literally to go to Disney World so that I could get back to the place where I could think of my son. That's right. So, so that's my when did it start for you moment. And it's something though that like I can share with the kids and everything. I mean, it was really cool, because that first trip also, Luke had memories of Jacob, and he was really young when Jacob passed. Hey, how are you, Andrea? But I was so excited to find out that he actually could, like, it brought up memories of his brother, and that was the coolest thing too, because I thought, you know, he was too young when Jake passed and he'd never remember him, but he remembered him through Walt Disney World. So what about you guys? Tell me, you know, what's your, when did it start for you? I'm sure like many of us, we all liked the movies and we all had a favorite growing up, or maybe it's that first visit to the park for you. But you know, I'd love to hear about it. If you want to do a Periscope, make sure to tag me and I will join in and share with you that discussion. You know, I'm thinking of kind of maybe doing this a couple of times a week. There's a group of bloggers that are doing Periscope every day in August. It's hashtag PEDA, and I'm considering, there's only 11 days left, so I'm kind of late to the party here, but I'm considering doing that for the next couple of days. Oh, 1980, first visit. How old were you, Andrea? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So I am going to do a couple of Periscopes, you know, for the rest of August. 11. Oh, that's a good age to go, though. That's a good memory age, Andrea. My Claire Bear is 10, and she loves it whenever we go now. So I know that that's something that she'll remember, too. So that's cool to know. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to Periscope the next couple of days, probably around this time, maybe later on in the evening. You know, it's a mom thing, so whenever I can make it work out. I'm actually happy Lucy has let me talk without being interrupted, so this is exciting. Oh, really? So Walt Disney World was your first one. Interesting. Have you been back? And more Patty in your life. You're cute. First birthday trip. Oh, perfect, perfect. And now you go back every year, right, Andrea? I absolutely love spending my birthday at Walt Disney World. Thankfully, Run Disney has been kind enough to schedule the Princess Half Marathon every year around my birthday. So that's my big splurge, my big trip, is I get to go with girlfriends and do that, and it's been great. Oh my goodness, since 2000. Okay, well, you've had Disneyland in your life though, right? So as long as you have Disneyland, then at least that helps. August is too hot. Agreed. Yeah, I'm a fan. That's why February birthdays are the best. And if I have to run, I guess running in February through Cinderella Castle, that'll work. That'll do it. So, okay, well then look for more Periscope later on this week. Thank you for all the hearts. You guys are awesome for doing that. I really appreciate it. If you're not following me, please follow me. And when I get off, I will follow everyone back. Ta-ta for now. And yeah, so look for more. You can also find my blog. It's noguiltlife.com. I made a little note about Periscope on there today, and I'll try to find the link to this and put it on there in case you want to go back to it and see more of me. I don't know. But yeah, so this has been fun. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I had a good time, and thanks for letting me talk about Jacob. Anytime I can, it's a good thing for a mom. All right, guys, have a good day.